In Jerusalem, the liturgy of this first day of the new year on the Solemnity of Mary, Mother of God, and the World Day of Peace was celebrated in the Co-Cathedral of the Latin Patriarchate. Together with His Beatitude, Pier Battista Pizzaballa, Patriarch of the Latins of Jerusalem, Brother Francesco Patton, custers of the Holy Land, religious authorities and representatives of the various communities present in the Holy Land. In his homily, the Patriarch emphasized, "Today we have reached the beginning of a new year, and in our souls there are various feelings and thoughts that have accumulated over the past year. I refer to the fatigue and instability that the pandemic has transmitted to us. We must recognize, however, that we have also seen so much solidarity from the world and from each other. We then had a beautiful moment of church at the shrine of Dei Rafat with the opening of the synod desired by Pope Francis, who in turn visited our church in Cyprus and left us precious indications for our ecclesial life. In the Patriarch's words, the expression of a great desire. I would very much like 2022 to be a year of recovery in the life of the Church. In this period when pilgrims cannot come, we can organize pilgrimages to meet the humanity of Jesus in our land and in our holy places and make beautiful and strong experiences of faith. This year we are invited to strengthen the bonds of communion among us. At the end, also an invitation to everyone. Let us invoke the intercession of the Mother of God and her maternal gaze upon our Church in the Holy Land. May she who here gave birth to the Son of God bring light also to our families, our religious communities, and our entire Church in Jerusalem. After the Eucharistic celebration, a beautiful moment to exchange good wishes.
Dobbiamo, nonostante tutto, pensare.
We must, in spite of everything, think that everything is possible, because with the Lord everything is possible. It is a kairos that is a gift of providence that teaches us many things. We have learned many things. We must look to the future well aware of the problems, but also with the hope and the certainty that we will return to normal life, that the shrines will be reopened, and that we will be able to continue to live fully as a community. My wish from here in Jerusalem, from the Mother Church, is that on this day when we celebrate the divine motherhood of Mary, we all learn, we perceive the love of sons, the gift of motherhood, the gift of Mary as a source of grace and fullness for everyone. Brother Francesco Patton, custers of the Holy Land, began the day very early with a celebration of the Eucharist in the Holy Sepulchre. In the words of the custers, an essential celebration with a blessing so dear to Saint Francis.
La festa, la solennità, meglio, è la solennità della Madre di Dio, che fu definita dogmaticamente dal Concilio di Efeso.
The feast, the Solemnity of the Mother of God, was dogmatically defined by the Council of Ephesus. It is a feast that has its foundation in the Word of God, precisely in that passage we read as the second reading. Here St. Paul says to the Galatians, "When the fullness of time came, God sent His Son, born of a woman, born under the law, to redeem those who were under the law." When we say that Mary is the Mother of God, we are saying that Jesus, the Son of Mary, is really the Son of God. As for the blessing, the passage of the first reading taken from the book of Numbers was the blessing that the high priest gave once a year on the Day of Atonement to bless the people, to assure the people of God's closeness, of His benevolence. And this blessing was particularly dear to St. Francis because it contains some key words. On the first day of the year, this blessing, I would say, is the most beautiful wish that we can make. It is the wish that God Himself makes to each of us, to our communities, to the whole world. And even the world that today is still afraid and distressed by the pandemic must know that God is watching over us, that God still has mercy on us. Even in a world where there are conflicts and tensions on a global level, on a local level, in families, we need to know that in Jesus Christ we also find peace.
Locale, nelle famiglie, bisogna sapere che in Gesù Cristo noi troviamo anche la pace.